Diddy is wiping evidence. He has cleared his entire Instagram. Meanwhile, the city of Miami is canceling him, removing Diddy Day, and the indictment is absolutely looming. In fact, it's getting so bad, many think he's about to flee the country. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Sorry I'm on location, but I wanted to give you this update today on a Friday because, man, we haven't talked about Diddy in a little bit, and that doesn't mean the story is over. We're going to play this clip from DJ Akademiks and Vlad, and they give some really interesting insight and updates on what the state of things are and what the state of Diddy's mind might be. Before we get there, I do want to go through a couple other quick updates. The first, Diddy Day has been canceled in Miami Beach. I'm shocked it took this long, to be perfectly honest, but he will no longer be celebrated there in Miami Beach, which, let's be real, this is a big hit on him. Miami Beach is where he really spends most of his time. He's got 2 homes there, but they have now cut ties with him after all these lawsuits. They revoked a proclamation declaring October 13th as Sean Diddy Combs Day. According to the Miami Herald, the Miami Beach Commission rescinded the honor without debate on Wednesday, June 26th, so a couple days ago. This is not a good day. Now, this was scrapped after New York already took the key back from the city, which they did. New York officials asked him to return the key, which he did after they saw the footage of Cassie, and we reported on this before showing you this. Now, what's more shocking to me, and we didn't really report on this as it happened, but a week or so ago, he decided to clear his entire Instagram. Now, a lot of people have come forward and are very frustrated by this because this includes his apology to everybody, including Cassie. By removing that, he's actually lost a lot of support. People who are like, yo, if you want to delete stuff, whatever, but how could you delete that thing on the record? Diddy's reps and others are saying, well, it's already out there all over the internet. Everybody saw it. He needs to clear this just because he's starting over, is what the excuses were. But I think there's far more behind him clearing his Instagram. And I agree with the clip we're about to watch with Vlad and DJ Akademiks because I think this is all due to the fact the indictment is absolutely close. Let's go through this clip. I want to watch it with you because it's going to add a lot of context and updates to where things stand.
Diddy.
Yes. That's Diddy.
You are probably, after speaking with so many people very close to the situations, people who have just been around, you've heard the random miscellaneous stories. Diddy today, or actually yesterday, cleared his Instagram out.
Yes.
I personally believe that Diddy is I'm in preparation mode for this indictment. I've hopefully been speaking to the feds, making sure they know I was never a flight risk. Hopefully, whenever I get arrested, I could be out on bond for this, even though there's a possibility he can't. But I think he's I know I'm going to be indicted mode. Let me operate as such. What do you think? You've talked to so many people. You've talked to the bodyguards. You've talked to everything. What do you think is happening?
Well, there's a grand jury happening right now. And a grand jury, 99% of the time, leads to an indictment. Because a grand jury is a process that can go on for months. And you can continuously introduce new evidence, new witnesses, and so forth. You can keep going almost forever until the jury feels there's enough information to indict. And Diddy doesn't have his lawyers present during the grand jury, so there's no one to say this person
Isn't telling the truth.
Isn't telling the truth. This is a complete lie. This document is false. They're just bringing one side, a trial with only one side. So he's going to be indicted. I'm 99% sure that he's going to be indicted. Now, what happens after that? Who knows? Me personally, I don't know why people stick around to go to prison. Like, if I was Diddy,
you think he should leave?
If I knew at age 50, what is he, 55 or so?
Yeah.
At 55.
Is that even possible? He has to know. I imagine, by the way, they covered it. They said, hey, he was in Florida this whole time. Remember, they called him at Opalaka executive.
Yeah, just to be clear, yeah, he hasn't run. It doesn't seem like he has. He has been
that's
nice.
The private jet airport.
Because remember, innocent people don't run.
Florida.
Right?
So apparently he was going to go to Bahamas on vacation. They stopped him there. He canceled that. He's been in Florida the whole time. But recently he popped up in L.A.
Yeah.
They believe that he probably told the federal authorities, I'm not running. Because you got to imagine, if he is on the manifest of a jet, and if that shit says international, They're investigating him. They're going to arrest him immediately because
He's allowed to travel. They've made that very clear. They have not restricted his travel because I don't think they can yet. I mean, it would be a red flag, but he is technically allowed
they're
to
going to
travel.
say, we're going to.
But can they arrest him?
No.
They can't arrest him until they have an indictment. That's what I'm saying.
No. They can't arrest him pertaining what he will be indicted for. But they could.
They can't arrest him. If you're not indicted, you can't be arrested.
Vlad,
You can't be arrested.
Vlad. You have 100 kilos of coke in your car.
Yeah.
Right?
You'd have to have 100 kilos of coke in his car. They have to arrest him for something, Akademiks.
They know you got the kilos of coke in your car, but they don't necessarily have the substantive proof to just have a search warrant to go in your car. You know what they do?
They already got the search warrant.
No, they don't. Hold on.
That's when they raided the house.
Wait. No. But I'm just giving it an example. You know what they do? They tell local. I watch all these body cam video channels. I love them. I don't know why. They tell local law enforcement, pull him over for a traffic infraction. I guess what I'm trying to say, if the feds have any inkling that they feel Diddy's going to leave, they're going to get him in custody for anything. Anything. Hey, they might even tap Broward County. Hey, remember that drug mule that we caught on the plane that we just gave a felony to? We're going to just file drug.
I mean, it's true. They could do anything they want, but it hurts the overall case. So I think
Charges on him to make sure he doesn't leave.
Yeah, they could try, but ultimately his lawyer is going to say this is bullshit. I want my client out and the charges dropped, and then at that point he could do whatever he wants. Like at the end of the day, I see what you're saying, but he still has his passport.
Yeah, they're not going to cancel I'm pretty
He still
sure.
has his passport. When he's indicted, they're going to take his passport.
Okay.
So as they talk about this, and that's the question I bring to you, like, there's got to be a reality check for Diddy that he realizes at the age I'm at, the charges, he knows the charges he's facing because if he did, especially if he did the crime, and that's why innocent don't usually run. Would he actually consider this? It does seem like it's a possibility, especially as more and more is coming down. They are trying to bankrupt him right now. There are reports coming in as well that he can't afford these lawyers as much as we think Diddy's making. This is going to cost a fortune, and there's no income now coming in. And that is part of the plan that many think the feds are doing here, is just sort of getting him to feel the pinch, right? To feel that squeeze and start having everybody turn on him, which they did by releasing that video, which I wholeheartedly believe the feds had a hand in leaking. They wanted all of his walls to come closing in on him, and financially, support system, all of it, because they really want to come after him. Now, again, they got to have the evidence. Now, we know Diddy's not a good guy. We've seen it. He's had to admit that. We've seen it through the Cassie video. But is there more evidence to actually encourage this indictment? Will he be, with the trafficking, everything that's being alluded to, which I don't think is that far-fetched given what we've been learning? We still have to wait for all that to come forward, and that as they're presenting currently probably to the grand jury, I do think it is very close. Any day now, there will be news that he will be indicted, and we will make sure we cover it for you here. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for alerts, smash the like button as well. Stay tuned here at Popcorn Planet because we've got so much more coming for you. I appreciate all you guys for watching. I'll be back in studio Monday. Thank you all for the support.